Hello, friends, and good morning, heroes. I'm David. Most of you know me. Most of you have not seen me without a hat. But here I am, in all my hatless glory. Alright, so it is customer service week, and every day this week I'll be releasing a very short video about customer service and celebrating customer service. Sound okay? Good. If you clicked on this, thank you. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about drivers of customer disloyalty and how to correct that. How to not do those things. How to not drive disloyalty. So, what are the drivers of customer disloyalty? Well, here they are. Right here. These are the drivers of customer disloyalty. Repeat contacts, channel switching, transfers, having to repeat information, the hassle factor, generic service, and complex policies and processes. So, let's put this a different way. Here is it again. Alright, so these are the drivers of customer disloyalty. If a customer has to call back to get an update, they have to switch communication channels. Wow. They're transferred to different departments. If they have to repeat themselves, say their story again and again. If they get robotic, monotonous service, right, where there's no inflection in the person's tone and they sound like a robot like this, and there is no emotion in this, and there is nothing I can do, I apologize, bye. Stuff like that. Or if policies and processes create friction and any other perceived hassle factor gets in the way, customer loyalty plummets. And we don't want that. The best customer is a lifetime customer. It is a customer that will use us again and again and again, and then refer us to their friends and family. That's why knowing what our Net Promoter Score is so important. We need to know how we're being perceived by our customers. And that's what the Net Promoter Score is, and that's what it measures. All right. The only question asked for the Net Promoter Score is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely would you be to recommend us to your friends and family? 9 and 10, awesome. 7, 8, maybe. If I had to, right? The other numbers, and it's not 1 to 10, it's 0 through 10. I messed up. That's okay. We're just talking. All right, if it's 0 through 6, they ain't going to recommend you to anyone. So, how do you get to that 9 and 10? The first step is not doing any of those things that I just mentioned, right? If a customer books a job, and then they're told that a dispatcher will be following up shortly with more information about their appointment, right? That's the easiest example I can think of. And then some time goes by and they haven't gotten a call. So they have to call back in. Right there, right out the gate, that trust is broken. And if they have to call back in, it increases the customer's effort in doing business with us. And let me tell you, the customer should have to expend 0 effort to do business with us. It should be easy. It should be frictionless. It should be so easy to book an appointment and to get a service technician out there that a toddler could do it, if that were legal. right? Or a mother could ask a 5-year-old to, hey, book this appointment for me. Tell me when the technician's going to get here, right? That easy, right? And yes, we all want to speak to adults, and we have to. And there does have to be someone over the age of 18 on the property, preferably the homeowner. But as an example, that's how frictionless it needs to be for the customer. And repeat and having to call back in to get an update on the status of their appointment already ruins that. Already brings that trust level down and raises that disloyalty factor. The next one is channel switching. And that's like when somebody chats in or emails in, and the person who's answering that instantly says, call us. Hey, you want to book this? You have to call us. I'm not going to help you over this. And if I had $1 for every marketing consultant or marketing manager that I've met that said, no, this is what you have to do. You have to ask them to call you and demand it. Don't help them over this medium. If I had $1 for every one of those, I'd have like $10, which honestly isn't a lot of money, but it is a lot of times that many people have been absolutely critically wrong. You have to meet the customer where they are and how they want to communicate. It's one of the reasons the contact center asks, hey, do you prefer communication through phone call or through text message? If it's through phone call, dispatch has to call them to set up the appointment. If it's text message that they prefer, which is about 30% of our customer base, then text message through Service Titan or through our whatever means is good, right? You can text them. That's fine. Awesome. So, but 70% do prefer a phone call. That might be the demographics of our customer base. It might be that people still want to talk to a human being. Who knows? All right. So the other ones were transfers. So if a customer calls in and needs to be transferred to accounting or to, any other place, dispatch included, or even Hero Care, their disloyalty factor goes down, or their disloyalty goes up, which is down. There you are. All right, repeating information. This is why notes are so important. Every time that you speak with a customer, it needs to be notated. Yes, the call is recorded, but when you're talking with a customer, it's a lot easier, a lot faster, a lot more efficient, a lot better to be able to read notes than what's the alternative? You have two. You have two alternatives. You have, hey, let me put you on hold for a moment while I listen to this 5-minute call. Or maybe even worse, you ask them to repeat what they said to the previous person they talked to. That's ridiculous. So, generic service is a very, very easy to understand one. It's when, the service is monotonous. The voice isn't human. A AI bot could have done the same thing. This is why one of the worst things a person over the phone can be called is a form fill or an order taker, right? When there's no emotion, there's no empathy, there's nothing. They sound like a robot. They sound like they've done this 100 times before, and they're just kind of bored, right? So, no. Anybody who speaks with a customer, regardless of position, needs to have inflection in their voice, needs to have emotion, needs to have empathy, needs to be a human being. The hassle factor. How hard is it to do business with you? How hard is it to reach someone from your company? How hard is it to reach the right person in the company? You keep the hassle factor low. You keep the disloyalty factor low. Then, complex policies and processes. This is a back end thing. This is the frontline customer service employees usually have no say over this, right? But if there's a complex way that a customer has to go through hoops to make a payment, right? Or to get a copy of their invoice, or this, that, and the other, you're going to have a bad time. And that's okay. It's not, though. Those are the things that cause customer disloyalty. And customer disloyalty equals not good. Okay? That's all. Customer loyalty, good. Customer disloyalty, bad. Customer churn, awful. Repeat customers, awesome. That's really all I had to say with this, right? But those are the drivers of customer disloyalty. Those are things that we need to correct if they are present, and we need to correct them soon, as in now. That's right. That is the way to retain customers. That is the way to make it so that customers come back, that they give us those 9s and 10s on the Net Promoter Score survey. That is what's going to lower marketing costs, so those marketing costs can be reinvested into other things, maybe more marketing, which will result in more calls, right? Or more leads. So there you have it. So this has been the first day of Customer Service Week, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.